Hi guys, welcome to my channel New Tech Series. In this video, I wish to convey about the audio spotlighting device. Abstract. As audio spotlighting is a new audio technology that creates a focused wave of a sound similar to lighting. By assigning sound to one location, a specific listener can be targeted with sound without others nearby hearing it. This device comprises a speaker that fires inaudible ultrasound pulses with very small wavelength which act like a narrow column. Audio spotlighting that is made of a sound processor, amplifier and a transducer, and it can be either directed at a particular listener or to the point where it is reflected. Introduction. The ultrasound has a wavelength only a few millimeters long, which are much smaller than the source. As the ultrasonic beam travels through the air, and inherent properties of the air cast by the ultrasound to change a shape in a predictable way. This gives rise to frequency component in an audible band which can be predicted and controlled. The targeted or directed audio technology is going through a huge commercial market in the entertainment and the technology purpose. As the audio spotlighting helps us to control where sound comes from and where it goes. History. This technology was originally developed by the US Navy and Soviet Navy for underwater sonar in the mid of the 1960s. In 1975, the first publication appeared, but this researcher had not attempted to reproduce the audio also. They nonetheless proved that such a device can be possible. This technology was briefly investigated by a Japanese researcher in the early 1980s, but these effects were extremely poor sound quality, and this problem were unsolved until a paper published by the Dr. F. Joseph Bombay of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology 1998 fully described a working device that reduced audible distortion other than the traditional loudspeaker. As the normal loudspeaker heard by all the people surrounded by the speaker. As audio spotlighting device which allows only one person who get targeted to allow them to hear. Working. As we know, human audible frequency range is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. In this system, originally the low frequency sounds such as human voice or music is transformed into high frequency ultrasonic sound which is inaudible for humans. In the beginning of human voice or music is applied to the audio spotlight emitter device. The low frequency data is modulated to high frequency ultrasonic level. Since the wavelength of ultrasonic frequency is small of the order of millimeter and beam angle is also small, hence the sound beam will be narrow with a small dispersion. As the original sound which goes to the audio spotlighting emitter device as it changes to the high frequency waves, and then two frequency waves comes as output, a frequency modulator wave and a new sound wave. As a new sound signal generator within ultrasonic wave will be corresponding to the original information signal with the human audible frequency range. Since we can't hear the ultrasonic sound wave, we hear only a new sound wave which is formed due to the non-linearity of air. Block diagram inside the audio spotlighting devices, and they are used for power supply, frequency oscillator, modulator, ultrasonic amplifier, microcontroller, audio preamplifier, audio signal processor, and monolithic film transducer. As the power supply, as the audio spotlighting works off the DC supply. Ultrasonic amplifier requires a 48 volt DC supply for its working and low voltage for a microcontroller and all other units. Frequency oscillator. Frequency oscillator generates ultrasonic frequency of in range of which is required for modulation of a information signal. Modulator. In order to convert the source signal material into ultrasonic signal, a modulation scheme is required which is achieved through a modulator. In addition, error correction is needed to reduce the distortion without the loss of efficiency. By using a DSP modulator, the modulation index can be reduced to decrease the distortion. Audio signal processor. The audio signal is sent to an electronic signal processor circuit where equalization and distortion control are performed in order to produce a good quality sound signal. As microcontroller circuit take care of functional management of the system. In a future version, they expected that the whole processor like a functional management, signal processing, double-side band modulation and even the switch modulation power supply would be effectively taken care by a single embedded IC. Ultrasonic amplifier as a high efficiency power amplifier as the frequency modulator wave in order to match the impedance of integrated transducer, so that output of emitter will be more powerful and can cover a more distance. Transducer, it is a 1.27 cm thick and a 17 cm in diameter. It is capable of producing up to 200 meters audibility with better clarity of a sound. It is the ability of a real-time sound production with zero lagging. As modes of listening, there are two types of modes of listening. As directed audio is only those within the beam can hear the sound. As projector audio, it is the audio spotlighting device beam is reflected and its sound can be projected just like a light. Directed mode requires a clear line of approach from the sound system unit to the point where the listeners can hear the audio. Projector mode, this mode requires an unbroken line of approach from emitter of audio spotlighting system. So the emitter is pointed at the spot where the sound is to be heard. For this mode of operation, that the sound beam from an emitter is made to reflect from a reflecting surface, such as a wall surface or reflector surface like a reflector surface. A virtual sound source created an illusion of a sound source where no physical loudspeaker is present. Advantage: can focus sound only at the place you want, as the focused or directed sound travels much faster in a straight line than an ordinary loudspeaker. Dispersion can be controlled, maintenance of cost is less, and it have a longer lifespan other than the normal speaker. Application: in Benz or all other cars are fitted with the audio spotlighting speaker in the future, so that the individual travelers can enjoy the music of their own interest. Store advertisement: provide a targeted advertisement directly at the point of a purchase. In museum, audio spotlighting can be used to describe about a particular object to a person standing in front of it, so that the other person standing in front of another object will not be able to hear the description. If a specific doctor or a nurse are using this device so that the patient cannot be disturbed, patients are able to watch the programs they prefer privately without disturbing the other patients. Conclusion: audio spotlighting is going to change our view in a sound transmission. The user can decide the direction of a sound in which it should propagate. Since the sound in this system propagates in single direction, it is applicable in several fields. Audio spotlighting will be an amazing experience for the users in the future environment. The audio spotlighting device came to the market with three different types at AS16-8i, AS16i, AS24i with three different diameters. As the AS16-8i is a directional sound speaker with the sound weaving technology, it's best fitted for reproducing a brighter sound. As AS16i is most capable of producing a clear and present speech or a music. As AS24i offers the strongest output and deepest low frequency response of all the models. At AS16-8i designed for the targeting single stationary listener in a very quiet environment like a small from factors, prefects, discos, ATMs and a point of a sales integration. AS16i is designed for comfortably targeting one or two people in a quiet environment, an excellent directional speaker choice for office, high-end retails, galleries, waiting room, hospital, libraries, or the home. And AS24i is designed for competition with noisier environment or areas requiring more coverage. Great eye directional speaker for museum, trade shows, supermarket, outdoor applications, and many ritual environments. It easily replace standard 2x2 ceiling tile with no additional hardware. Dim coverage area for 3 different types. As AS168i and AS16i has the same size as AS24i as different, and it is lighter, bigger than the 2 types. And then specification. As AS168i is 80 decibel output at 1 kHz, 12 watt maximum power draws. As the AS16i is 85 decibel output at 1 kHz, 25 watt maximum power it draws. As AS24i is 90 decibel output at 1 kHz, 50 watt maximum power draws. As it is 14 cm length into 20 cm width into 3.5 cm height, its weight has 1.1 kg. And AS16i is 14 cm length into 40 cm width into 3.5 cm height, and it weighs as 2 kg. AS24i is 90 decibel output at 1 kHz, 50 watt maximum power draws, and then 60 cm length and into 60 cm width into 3.5 cm height, and it weight for 4.1 kgs. Thank you all. If you enjoyed my video, like, share and comment, and thank you so much for spending time with my channel.